6:37. We head over to 680 News. We check back in with Mike Eppel now for the latest on the markets. Was it a turnaround Tuesday, Mike?
That's the big question this morning, Tammy. Good morning. Yes, the Wall Street market did see a big bounce yesterday. It took a lot of struggles, though, to get to the Dow's final closing gain of 567 points. Biggest single-day rally for Wall Street in 2 years. Of course, it saw the meltdown Monday. It's kind of interesting to watch the Dow surge in the last hour of trading, almost at the same time as Elon Musk and SpaceX was launching that gigantic rocket from Kennedy Space Center in Florida. The Dow almost tracked that to the stratosphere yesterday, but it changed direction, the Dow did, 29 times in a single session. So that indicates lots of volatility again, and more expected today. The futures index right now pointing to a drop of more than 200 points at the opening bell. Bay Street had a positive session, and to some extent it was led by the cannabis companies. Some of these companies saw gains on their stock prices yesterday of more than 20%. A big question, though, is when will legalized weed be actually available for sale in Canada, as the legislation at the federal level might be passed by July 1st, which has been the target date. But the Globe and Mail reports this morning that it could take 8 to 12 weeks afterward for the provinces to get the retail set up in place for legal cannabis sales. Snap Inc. earnings looking pretty good. Nobody sticking out a digitized tongue or eye-popping reaction to this, with Snap's earnings seeing a big gain in revenue growth for this relatively new company. They saw 8 million more subscribers in the latest quarter, and the stock of Snap Inc. up by 25% in U.S. trading action so far this morning. Disney's earnings look good, and it wasn't necessarily just about Star Wars movies. It had a lot to do with the theme parks and big tourist crowds at the Avatar exhibit at Disney World in Florida. And they are planning as many as 8 more Star Wars themed films, and the creators of Game of Thrones apparently being hired to helm some of those feature films. And a Bitcoin bounce back this morning. This time yesterday it was below $6,000 US. This morning it's back up above $8,000 per Bitcoin cryptocurrency. Send it back to the studio.
So, Mike, I did something for you.
What's that?
I put together this little diagram of a roller coaster for you. Take a look at this. There's the break-even line. That was the close the day before. That was 1 day on the Dow.
Yeah.
That looks like a year, doesn't it?
It does. And then the funny thing about that, Kevin, is we have not seen anything of that for, the 2017. It was basically just slow and steady, and then just climbing, and then the last few days, it's been all over the map. Yep, get seasick.
Hang on, folks. Hang on. All right, thank you very much, Mike.